Welcome guys, let's see what we got for this week. We're gonna start with, as usual, USD CAD. I already drew it here last week. A possible outcome from the charts. Still looking for that, but as you see on weekly basis, everything is in green. So wouldn't be wise if you trade against those signals. So it's possible outcome, but we have still to wait for the signals, because without that it's just an idea which is not formed yet. So wait for the forming candles, because as you see on daily basis, it's moving up, everything is in green. So it wouldn't be very good if you trade right against those signs. We have already a valid divergence, yes, but wait for the forming thing, and after that you can trade to the downside. But here comes but. On the monthly basis, we saw a divergence, and there is a cross on the monthly basis. We have 9 days left from this month, and from the bigger picture, I still would say that the USD gonna get stronger on the bigger picture, but there is a kind of like a pullback needed, which is on the USD CAD and as well on the whole DXY, and that's already forming. Okay, I already deleted this one, but here was the last zoom, and this was the Monday move, and this was Tuesday. My target was here on the 38, but as you see, this candle didn't give a chance for the 38 to move to the downside. So yeah, we saw an aggressive move, and it just went back up. After this move here, we saw pretty clear structural divergence. After that, the weekly basis, actually, we got the buy signal, and now the cross of the Remo, and there is a low liquidity on the VVVM. But both the AXY and the ZXY is very weak. Okay, and as you see, it's jumping to the upside and to the downside. This is still a shitty situation, actually, and it's still ranging in this area. So I'm not expecting anything from the AUD-NCD. You see this clearly, and it's moving sideways, and nothing really happens here. So let it be. Then I draw here also a possible scenario on the Euro CHF, and we went down. Not that much, but we went down, and there is also forming divergence, which is not formed yet. Why I'm saying forming? Because this could go even to this point and made the divergence right there. But as you see, there is, after this huge candle, there was almost no movement. Besides that, we got the sell signal right there. Okay, so this is moving up in this case, but there is still possibility to move even to this point back down with the signals. And even on daily, okay, on daily we get a small divergence, but there is a high volume level right there, and the Remo gives us relative big distance between the two, so it can go up and it can go after that down. That's a possible scenario right there. Okay, but I'm waiting for this forming divergence, and that's why I'm saying for the DXY as well, but it's for later. The Euro GBP from last week, there was a beautiful divergence right there, and I said this is almost the most clear chart that we can see right now. It was a beautiful divergence, a bounce back to the zero line. From the zero line goes up. Okay. So yeah, that's what I'm looking for. This was also a very beautiful move the last week. And from the weekly perspective, this is going up because, as you see on the REMA, how it's reacting. Here is the rising volume, and we have the buy signal. I would say first target here on the 61, and after that we can look for another target. But here is a potential divergence which is not formed yet, but have an eye on that possibility. Okay. But right now, how the volume is going up, I would say this is not a valid divergence that's about to form. In my opinion, this goes even on a higher spot, which will be this point. And then we have the DXY. The DXY is forming something. Here was a divergence on daily basis, and I said last week what I'm expecting from the DXY is a sideways move, and actually it was a sideways move. Nothing big happened right there. So yeah, we got on weekly, we got the sell signal, and the volume is falling to the downside right there, and this is moving also to the downside. Okay, so that's what I'm looking for. And for a corrective move, and this would be the most beautiful thing if it came back to this point, and after that, on the long-term run, I still want to see a bullish dollar index in the coming months, and this is because of that we were waiting a lot for this. Okay, we got here the buy signal, and it's moving up. The REMA slowly but bouncing, and here also the cross. 9 days left from this month. Okay, and what I would like to see is kind of like a down move, an aggressive down move, and after that a strong pullback to the upside. But looks like this is able to break this structure right there. So for next week, I would say a more bearish DXY, but don't forget we are still above the zero line. So the bigger things, the bigger moves gonna always happen above or below the zero line. Okay, but as you see, the daily basis, everything is in red, so I should just follow that signal. And here we got already sell, lower volume. But as you know, most of the times what happens when we got a sell signal, it comes the next run, which makes a divergence, and after that we see mostly a pullback in the market. Okay, so that's also a possible scenario right there. And we have the CXY. Almost the same thing what I drawed on the USD CAD, and that was divergence, a possible divergence, which is forming here, but we had to form this sell signal, and after that a validation from that. But like I said, similar what you could see on the USD CAD, it could go on, and on the Euro GBP, no, Euro CHF, sorry, it can go even on a lower spot. This will still be a divergence. Okay, and here are the lows, and this could be touched first, so this could become even to this area, and after that an up move. So this is in, but there is a possible divergence forming right there. On daily basis, everything is in red, so it's not the right timing yet to buy. So keep an eye on that. the AXY is forming something bullish, and I think we have right here a bit more clear picture than we can see on the DXY, because in the DXY we saw mostly sideways move, but here it's already an breaking structure, which we could see as my logic goes. It's kind of like this. Beautiful. Kind of like this, and the structure is just broken, and this is heading up. Okay, we broke out the channel, and here's the first touch. And on the weekly basis, similar as we can see on the DXY, remove this, the buy is already formed. There is a lower and lower volume each candle. Okay, and this goes also to the upside. So what I want to see mostly is a pullback around this level. Okay, this will be the perfect plan. Actually, if it goes up, goes back to the trend line, and after that a down move, because here, as we could see on the DXY, what I'm expecting is still a bearish movement from the XY. That will be perfect if it goes back first to the trend line, and after that it falls down. Okay, that will be the perfect scenario. Actually, I could not imagine something better than that. Okay, then we have the EXY, and the EXY is one of my favorites because there is something forming on the GXY, the Japanese yen. So there is a huge structural divergence. There is a divergence forming right there, and here a divergence as well forming even on weekly. So we can see clear divergence, clear structural divergence, a low volume level. So it looks like that the EXY is about to make a pullback soon. I'm not saying yet. And there's also an interesting thing, because yesterday I was looking into it, and what I saw, it was here. So in 8 days, so not this week, but the next week, we're gonna have interest rate decision. And how the market is forming right now, I would say that the Japanese yen is about to increase the interest rates after a while. So after years that we are talking about. It's just theory, but I think it's a very possible scenario. Of course, there was also pullback time, like here. There was also no change in the interest rate, but it was just a pullback. But there is also something like that needed here, in my opinion. Okay. And why I say it's not yet, because it's just not yet the right signal. And even if it goes up in the first place, it will be enough to form a green momentum. It will be enough to create a buy signal and here to cross. And after that, if that happens, we can see, or we could see a very, I think, a very aggressive move to the upside. And I targeted here, which is very far, yes, but I think that's something possible, because as you saw on the, let's see, USD GPY, there was a pike down for like I don't know, 300 pips, something like that. Okay, so this will mean that the price comes back into this area, which is 3,500 pips, kind of like this. Okay, that's just crazy. And here's also some structural divergence forming, but there are some points in the market, like here, when on you see just a candle going in 1 hour 300 pips to the downside. It was not even 1 hour. I think it was even less. So see this in 50 minutes. It's just, there's a 300 pips candle. So if it's something can do an aggressive thing, is I think the JXY for sure. There is possibility for that. Okay. And we can see even a higher or a bigger move to the upside. Okay. So my eyes are on the JXY for the next week and the week after that, because I think something big is about to happen on the JXY. Yep, and on monthly basis, as I said, there is also forming divergence with structural divergence as well. So yeah, there are just too many divergences, and oh, this is sexy. I would say the 61 will be a nice target. Also, it will be kind of like an XABCD pattern. Okay. So yeah, my eyes are on the JXY for the next coming months, weeks. The BXY made a move to the downside, not aggressively, bit sideways. Nothing really happened. We are under the zero line. There was a divergence drawed here. Yeah, but nothing really happened. Like it was Monday. After that, it went down, but didn't say it really changed in the structure. Now the RMA is crossing up and down. So wait for this. First of all, I'm gonna remove this one. Wait for this first of all to break somewhere, and after that we can go with that side. But as you see, if the XY got weaker, the rest of the currencies got hit strength, and that's also what I'm looking for. But right now, this is not a beautiful picture. We are under the zero line, low volume, nothing really happens. So wait for the break, and after that, react on that. The SXY was able to go to the upside even when the DXY was dominating. All right, and this broke the zero line actually, and it just goes up. Here was also a possibility for a divergence, but here the divergence broke, and as you see, the Remo is rising like crazy. Here is already happening what I'm expecting on the AXY and the rest of the currencies, which is very interesting in my opinion. But from the other side, like if you see the Euro CHF is forming divergences. So it could mean that we're gonna see some CHF weakness, which is very interesting in my opinion, because yeah, is as you see, it's already forming something what I want to see here. See, made a much bigger progress in the last few weeks. So here's something what I want to see actually, but now with a bit slower movement, or even a head and shoulders Quasimodo. This is more like a Quasimodo, will be good in this scenario. Okay. And the AXY is ugly. Like, yeah, there is a possible divergence, structural divergence to the upside, but it's moving down. But there is very little volume right there. Nothing really happens. Sideways thing. This is, like I said, ugly, and same for the ZXY. I will skip the AXY and the ZXY. In this case, it's just a mess. Nothing really happening here. So, yeah, moving to the downside, I will keep to the downside, but it is also possible divergence, which is not formed yet. Just a mess. Okay. And then we're heading to the gold, and this is also a very interesting point because as you see here on the weekly picture, we got the buy signal, we got here across to the upside. But first of all, I would wait to have a clear break to this area, and until this body doesn't close above this area, we're not talking about a clear or valid break. So first of all, I would like to see that. I also draw some trend lines on 6 hours, which in my case should be broken first of all to see continuation to the downside. But this should be necessary in my opinion. Okay, as touching points. But this is on a very high spot. There is a structural divergence and there is a rejection from this zone, which is a clear one. Okay, so I'm still waiting for this. Besides, it happened, and it had a why it was happened actually. But I still don't believe in this move. But if we breaking this level right there, it will mean that we heading almost without stop to the upside, which will mean we are heading to the all-time high. And if that happens, I'm almost sure that the all-time high is about to break in this case. Okay, but on a monthly basis, still red. It was a big red candle, but green candle, but it didn't change. It's still red right there. The only thing what changes is the REMA. Okay, and then I'm coming back to the yearly because we are heading into the end of this year. Yeah, here as you see, red, green, red, low volume. I think they can't hold this much longer. There is a huge divergence forming, and it's, in my opinion, it's just not possible to take it a bit longer. What I see to happen is to break the all-time high, and after that going to the downside actually. But I'm still waiting for, in the next couple of years, I'm still waiting for the gold and for the downside. That's my view of the gold. Okay. But just a good tip, don't go against momentum. So here is still a high volume right there. Just not forming anything bearish yet. So this could easily break and go to the upside. Okay, don't say because it's went so much to the upside, it can just go up, because we saw that right here. It went up, and there was even a divergence possibility. As you see on 6 hours, I was talking about this divergence possibility here. It was formed, but after that we had also an inverse divergence from the downside instantly. Okay, so yeah, just keep an eye on this zone and on the momentum. All right, then gonna start with an easy Monday. Nothing really big from the news. Just go with the momentum, I would say. Tuesday, employment change and unemployment rate from the GBP, and a lot of high impact news from the euro. This could bring some liquidity in the market, and it's 15:30 and even at 10. After that, the S&P from the USD could bring some liquidity in the market. After that, CPY, a lot of news from the Australian dollar, this could also make some liquidity in the market. And here, Wednesday, interest rate decision from Canadian dollar. It's marked with the orange, yellow sticker, but yeah, this is a high impact news. I don't know why is it marked with orange. So this could bring also a big move in the Canadian dollar. And after that, in the evening, Powell speech, which gonna definitely move the market as well. Then we heading into Thursday. Thursday also interest rate decision from Euro, which is high impact news. And after that, jobless claims continues from the USD side. This could make a pull in the price as well. Okay. And after that, heading into the Friday, I'm not considering this as high impact news, but this, yes, the PCA, mostly high impact news, and the Michigan consumer sentiment as well by the end of the week. Okay, and after that, we're gonna have a crazy week because, as you see, Monday, a lot of high impact news. And after that, Tuesday, interest rate decision. After that, Wednesday, interest rate decision. After that, Thursday, CPY from the CHF. A lot of high impact news. Interest rate from the GBP. And so November is about to get crazy enough. After that, the Friday continues with an NFP. So yeah, mostly the next week is about to explode, but this week is more chill. From Wednesday we're starting something, and that momentum could continue. So that was it for today. Thanks for your attention, guys. I see you next week. Have a very nice evening, and if you have any questions, hit me up. Right? I wish you a beautiful evening. Bye bye.